where people are attempting to make us speak their language.
He is no stranger to speaking his mind.
What the judiciary is doing in support of the college is wrong, as we all know.
An Ontario court says the province's College of Psychologists had the authority to tell Peterson to take social media training or face possible disciplinary action.
So it's actually an indefinite sentence, conditional only on what? On what? On what? My compliance? By what standard? To cap it all off, a social media communication expert. Who the hell is that?
It followed complaints about some of Peterson's online posts, like one about actor Elliot Page. Peterson said the doctor who removed Page's breasts was a criminal. Another was directed toward a former Ottawa city councillor who uses they-them pronouns, describing Catherine McKinney as, quote, an appalling, self-righteous, moralizing thing.
Inciting any type of hatred that could lead to, a risk to someone's well-being does start to cross that line.
The court wrote Peterson cannot have it both ways. He cannot speak as a member of a regulated profession without taking responsibility for the risk of harm that flows from him speaking in that trusted capacity.
Don't bloody well lecture me, some dimwit judge with a liberal bias, lecturing me about taking responsibility for what I say.
Peterson says both it and the college overreached. This law professor disagrees.
When it comes to licensing bodies of certain regulated professions, there are limits that are imposed that are part of upholding the integrity and the professionalism that comes with being a lawyer or being a psychologist.
If you're going to come after me, why don't you bloody well admit that you're disciplining me, which is absolutely 100% obvious, especially because you're also claiming that I deserve to be disciplined. It's like claiming you're in favor of freedom of speech and then telling me that, well, except that, you're a professional. And of course, we wouldn't want professionals to be able to, tell the truth or say what they think, because everyone wants their professionals to lie to them, because that's how you get the best advice and guidance, obviously.
Yeah. I think what shocks me about this is you are basically being brought to task over the Joe Rogan podcast, one of the Joe Rogan podcasts, which is insane, and over political tweets. Like it says right here, a tweet on February 19th in which Dr. Peterson commented that an Ottawa city councillor was an appalling self-righteous moralizing thing.
Mm-hmm. An appalling self-righteous moralizing thing. Yeah, well, I used thing because I didn't want to get in trouble on the pronoun front.
Oh, well, I don't think that panned out well.
Well, we'll see. And so far, it's caused a certain amount of trouble. Okay, so there was the Ottawa City Councillor. Yeah, what other?
Tweet on January 2nd in which Dr. Peterson responded to an individual who expressed concern over overpopulation. That's how it's worded. And your response was, you're free to leave at any point.
The person actually said, just so we get this right, that there were too many people on the planet. Now, I'm not very happy with that statement at all, because I listen to what people say. And when people say, well, there should only be 500 million people on the planet because that's what the planet can sustain, I think, what do you plan to do with the other 7,500 million? They're inconvenient, are they? And what do you think they should be dispensed with? Just exactly what the hell are you saying? And if you think that there are too many people, well, what makes you so sure that you're not one of them, especially if you're the one that's concerned about it?